Hi guys. So I haven't made a vlog in a couple minutes. I just want to say that I've been making some posts here and there, and I just want to talk about this for a little while because it just came into my mind, and it's it's time for adults to be more adults and to be more honestly just that what I just said. Um, so yeah, I'm not. Well, I'm just gonna say this that right. The only thing that I want to say is that there's not enough support for gay, LGBTQ, and um, I at the end of that. And I believe that's intersex at the end of the LGBTQ, than an I. Um, I just want to say that there's not enough. There's a lot of people who, kind of come at you and, really sideways and with a lot of negativity. Even for me and me in my day and age, like now, and what else about it? That I don't think people have enough understanding, education of the entire thing about it all. And also, it's absolutely ridiculous that I am we're upper in age people. And a lot of time you come across certain people and they just have no education about a lot of things. And, but I just want to stick to this one topic because I'm going to get myself hopefully some lunch. But I want to stick to this one topic. And all I want to say is that it is a complete ridiculous thing to assume that men and women should be together at all freaking costs and at all times and all this stuff. I'm so sorry, but that this bursts a lot of people's bubble when they find out that there are parts of this world that are fighting for water. You know what I mean? And that's been that. And me, I grew up in poverty, right? So it's never going to really change until people, number one, acknowledge it and stop being in denial, because the whole thing is we don't have enough resources on this planet. We've been doing this for a long time, and that's the truth about it. A lot of people don't want to look at anything from that like point of view. So I don't really care because it's about, let's just say for me, for example, if I wasn't such a lost thing in the crowd, or a dime a dozen or something, maybe I wouldn't have had to go through so much in my lifetime. And I'm talking about dying. That's what I'm talking about. I'm talking about dying. I'm talking about days where I went unnoticed, didn't eat for so long, and didn't drink for so long, and that's what I'm talking about. And I'm talking about so much years of built up things on my back, what I've had to work through to be able to communicate with anybody who I talk to and talk with, and talking about the things that I went through. Which a lot of people, when they're trying to keep you down and you're that little thing that they abuse, you're not supposed to talk about anything. So that's pretty much the whole entire point. What I'm trying to make is that please stop trying to convince people who are LGBTQI that they're doing such a horrible thing in this world when you go around the corner, and this is my experience too, there are people and families who don't have anything or nothing, and they can't have. And I'm not just talking about, there are probably people in other parts of the world who had it worse than me. And trust me, there was roaches and rats, and it was bad, and I was full of infection, I was full of cancer when I was growing up. And it was nothing about my life that I expected to get up and make it to this day and this age that I am. But some people, just think about some parts of just use some part of somewhere else in the world. They don't have basic water. They don't have basic stuff, and it might be your neighbor down the street. They don't have anything. They don't have the basic things, and that's the point that I want to make. Is yes, I have you know uh, been stating how the things that I prefer and that what who I am and all these things. And I have been posting about it, and I have been published, and other things like that. And I'm sorry, but that is selfish. I think, in my opinion, that's not good enough for most of us. And most people who are always trying to make it seem like it's something so horrible about what you are doing with yourself and with your own money, and you're doing some kind of body transformation or anything. And people, it's just a lot of people where in a lot of places where you go, and I'm always saying I'm too old for this. you know I don't know if it's because I've been through so much that I just feel more wise, or just something or anything along and in that way. But it is there, and it's real, and it's there. It's not just something that I'm making up. It's that people, most people, and even today, like right now, I'm homeless. You know, I want to have a better chance at having things and accessing things, and I'm living at a shelter. You know what I mean? So I can't really advocate and say, hey, that's better. That's just way better. Just always have to be like men and women in relationships, and always making so many kids and bringing new life into this world. I can't really say that. Why would I try to state anything like that when I can't? I barely have the basic things. I barely have my necessities met, or and stuff like that. So, um, but yet it's like people always like really see through you. Like they kind of do. They see straight through you, and they always jump to this point where they have the point of that needs to be going on, because that's just way just more, and that's just more um better in the eyes of the bigger plan, and the the bigger plan and the plan of God, whatever you consider to be that, you know. And like I'm saying, um, but that's more what I'm saying is that it's just over the top. It's a lot of stuff, right? And I don't see how most people can stand it, and um, I just don't see how most people can stand it, and it's it's not something. Um, well, I do feel that I can go around certain people, and they'll try to like make me feel ashamed, and they'll try to twist everything and say, oh, okay, so maybe you're bisexual, right? Or they'll try to like twist a lot of things and turn a lot of things. I'm like, what are you trying to make a point of? Do you know where I had to what I've been through? And I'm not like oblivious to other people who have gone through so many other things similar and worse than what I had went through, what I have gone through personally. So I think that that's more of the point that I want to put out there. And it hits me in this way, and it's just not okay. But that's only one thing that I've been feeling about a lot of things what I'm doing currently. And things that I wish people would be more attentive and um, everything else too. And you know, I just wish things just were not like this. And um, you know, but people just they've done so much, and like it's just none of it is all right. None of it is it's not humane. It's just not. Just things just need to be like a lot different. And right. Um, so that's just what I really wanted to make a statement about. And so uh, yeah, that's really what I wanted to make a statement about. So I have other things that I just like. I feel, and I'll probably just make more like little segment videos just about these types of things. And it's evidence based, and it's not just about emotional stuff, and it's not just about fun for a little while and then facing reality like so hard afterwards. And it's not just about it's just things are how they are, and I have to work really, really, like I have to really, really apply myself. So my day today is what I've done today so far and what I've been doing all week. And I'm trying to find a place to live, and like the housing market and just people are just really, really, they don't really understand a whole lot. Like they just don't understand a whole lot, like about my situation or how I ended up here. And and I'm just really tired because we're all grown, and that's I think that's a big part of it. And to top it off, if everybody was to say, hey, you're just nothing, and you're just um you had such a poor background, and you've had all these things going on in your life, you can't brush off all the facts of everything and say that's like I still understand things. I'm still able to, like, I'm still able to understand and to comprehend. At least I don't have any children, you know and that's the thing about me. And um I guess I'm just tired of just having to sit back through a lot of stuff, and where people just like never stop about certain things, and you're not helping these problems. You're not helping yourself, and you're not helping your children. You're not helping anyone, because we don't have enough resources, and we've been fighting. The whole world has been fighting each other. We have all been fighting. This has been going on for too long. And people have been fighting for resources and for good land, and for they've been that's all we've ever done everywhere. And that's what the truth is. We've been fighting everywhere. Everywhere you could turn around, every page you could turn about history books and documentaries about our past as people on this earth. It's all we've ever done. So I just would really want to make myself clear and to have my voice heard. And I'm just very, very just tired. And also in my dating life now, it's like I have to really kind of face that alongside, you know, for LGBTQ people. Now we're all, you can get pregnant if that's your choice. You can have, you know, um, you can have a surrogate. You can have men are getting uteruses and ability to get pregnant and things like that. And now it's like, well, you kind of have to have like these discussions along in your dating life, and and stuff like that. And I just don't know what else to say, because what it feels like is it's like people already know these things, but they just don't want to do anything about anything. And they just watch your whole life just unravel, and it's so wrong. And I'm like, I don't have a part in doing this to other people. And I know this and I'm aware, but it's just like it's really, really hard, you know? And I'm just talking about just kids, like just procreating and stuff. And it's not easy because it's like yeah, things like I said, we've all been fighting. And I mean fighting, like killing each other, not just like fighting. These things, when it comes down to these resources and stuff, people are trying to kill one another. And we start to kill each other. Like, so I just don't like that argument. I don't like having to like bring it up or just like anything else like that, because it matters. It does matter that somebody like me is not doing all that type of stuff and not trying to cause or put more on weight on stuff. And I just think that that's a big point, and that's a big responsibility as being adults. But that's something that you have to really, really consider before, and you have to really, really put that into the equations. And I'm so sick of it because we're all adults. Yeah, we're too much freaking adults, and I'm not going near any guy anytime soon who can't even have a basic, simple conversation about responsibilities. Like, give me a freaking break. Like, are you serious? You know? Right. Or myself. It's just one of those things. I hold myself accountable. And I have to put myself into all of this equation of everything. It's not right. It's just not right, to not have that this as something that you're really trying to acknowledge and just stuff like that. So I'm gonna try to bring it up more because I've never been so lesbian in my life. Like, I've never been like this, like out, or just like anything like that, like this. So yeah, and I've never been as close to being, just like committed and being in like, the relationship what I was in. And I've never done like most of these things. And I just wish people would just not be so blind willingly, like willingly about everything. And just like the problems are here, and you're not, like I said it, you're not helping anybody, you know like you're just not really doing much, and all you're thinking about is your damn self, most likely. So I mean, I would just have to check, and for that point of the argument, what I just said, there are ways to check and to verify everything what I'm saying. But it's here, and it's here in front of me, that all these things need to be like looked into, because it's just not none of these things are okay. So that's what I want to make the video on. And I'm definitely going to be keeping up with a lot of things here and there. And on the social media platforms, and I'm enjoying myself with my new work. So yeah, today I also applied for another job. So I don't mind. I applied for a couple other jobs. I've been doing this all week. I've been working on my resume on Indeed. So yeah, I really want to keep on like trying to work. And I'm just thinking about what I'm going to go get myself for some lunch. So I really appreciate you guys um, sticking around and being around on my channel, and for um, trying, or everybody just try their best to be, as peaceful, like the most peaceful, um, towards everybody else around them, and it's really appreciated. So I just want to like put that out. I'm trying to make more friends, like be more friendly with people. Um, so I am gonna go though. I haven't had like much to eat, so Yeah, wish me luck and try to support me with all these, these projects that I've come up with, and it's really appreciated. And let me know if you're doing like the same thing. Like, I recently met a guy, like, no stories involved, no lies involved. I met a guy who we were going to the same psychiatric appointments, and I overheard the tea on that individual who was definitely in that mindset. And I mean, I'm in that mindset, and I'm grateful. That's the thing. I'm very grateful that I have the choices, and that I have the ability to stand up and to make, make the difference that, is possible. It's more possible to not just like, accept that things are just like in a dystopia. There's just things are just not going to like just do anything and involve or get to be improved at all anywhere in life. So yeah, let me know. Leave some comments, please. And it's not just all about money all the time. I mean, I really need the money. I think that would really, really help my situation. But it's not all about the money. I'm single, and I don't depend on anybody. Family, I don't depend on. I don't depend on anybody. Um, Nobody that I was dating or am currently dating or anything like that, and that's it. So